matchup with the New York Giants. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Come back.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So we're going to have a challenge. Remember, last year the tablet was introduced. Most people seem to be happy with how that went, so it's back for 2018.
Yeah, and I thought it helped speed up the process a little bit, to be honest with you. I thought it was terrific that they were able to get that done. Anything you can do to take some of the lulls out of the game and keep it moving, both for the players and, of course, for fan interest, I'm in favor of it.
And for us, too.
No doubt.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A first down carry for Barkley. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Manning to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Red Allison, the intended receiver. Third down here. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Roger Lewis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's got it up and through. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Manning. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. DJ Reader. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Shotgun now for Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. And even 40 yards. A first down carry now for Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The dump-off gets him only one, and now you're looking at a third down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Steps away. Hard throw, incomplete. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. On first down, Manning to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What would Big Al was thinking on draft night? Had to be so happy for his son.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Goldman. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On play action, it's Manning. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On second down, here's Manning. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And some room to roam now. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Come back. Target.
On first down, Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had two nice interceptions a week ago. Now two here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. In there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Reset.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Manning, and almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Ellington now to return it. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alec Ogletree in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Out to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get him there for the sack. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Operating from the gun, Manning, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Texans will take over at the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Escaping the pressure right. It's a loss of 14 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Texans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Zebra. Go. Zebra.
From the gun, it's Manning. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Zebra. Gun.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Manning. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson. It's hauled in by Ellington. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Watson now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down, rolling to his left. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The final shot before the break. Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. A handoff to Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Gallman. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. Looking for Shepard deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Manning. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first down throw. Watson eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. And
they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result. If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Down to about the 22 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try to throw it back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Reset.
Watson looks to throw again. Flush to his right. He's got Fuller. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Watson on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. To the air yet again. Watson buying time to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. One man in the backfield. That's Miller. Second and goal. To throw on second is Watson. Steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Miller. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eli Apple.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From midfield, here's Manning. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running up. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Manning, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
On third and long, it's Manning. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Back 22! Back 22!
Here's Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you want to be a bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here's a give to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Manning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Let's go.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Saquon Barkley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go.
The handoff comes to Stewart. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Manning will take a knee, and that should be the final act in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done. So for the Giants, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move